Once again, welcome to your favorite channel TKG Physics classes, and good night to all of you students. So students, all of you know we already completed average velocity, average acceleration, instantaneous velocity as well as instantaneous acceleration in your chapter which is named as motion in a straight line. Now today we will discuss another important part that is named as relative velocity. So first of all, you have to know the meaning of this word relative. We already learned in your previous classes, that is, the motion and rest are in relative terms. That means a object is said to be at rest with respect to one object. At the same time, a object is said to be at motion with respect to other object. That is, it depends upon the observer or viewer. Actually, we can say it depends upon the frame of reference. What is frame of reference? A frame of reference, that means when the observer is placed, viewer is placed. Suppose an observer is sitting on a train. So train is a frame of reference. Okay. So you can take one example. Suppose this is an object and this object is moving like this way. So what I can say as well as what you can say. You can say that the object is changing its position with respect to time. The distance between me and this object is changes with respect to time. So you and I can say that the object is at motion. Now you see this one. When the object is moving like this way, the object is moving like this way, what I can say? The position of object and me is always remains constant. You just see, the position of object and me is always remains constant. That is, I can declare that the object is at rest. But what according to you? You will say that the object is under motion. So it depends upon the frame of reference. This is our position, this is the frame of reference, this is your position, so your frame of reference is different. So that's why the word relative arises. So today we will discuss the relative velocity. Open your copy and write down the notes. So first of all, you have to write down the definition of relative velocity. This is our definition. The relative velocity of object 2 with respect to 1. You just think relative, that means there is always two objects, one with respect to another. So here, relative velocity of object 2 with respect to object 1 when both are in motion is the rate of change of its position. You know the meaning of velocity, displacement by time. So that is the rate of change of position of object 2 with respect to that of object 1. Similarly, you can say the relative velocity of object 1 with respect to object 2 when both are in motion is the time rate of change of position of object 1 with respect to that of object 2. And what is the formula? Suppose this is our object 1 and this is our object 2. Both are moving along the same direction along x-axis. This is our relative velocity in 1D. Okay. So this object, suppose this object is moving with velocity v1 and our second object is moving with velocity v2. Second object is moving with velocity v2. So here we can write v21. So what is the meaning of v21? v21 means that the relative velocity of object 2 with respect to object 1. So the velocity of that object will be at the first time and reference will be secondly. Okay, and it is written that in this way, v2 minus of v1. And similarly, you can say v12. So what is the meaning of v12? This one, the relative velocity of v1 with respect to 2. Okay, write it down. Relative velocity of object 1 with respect to object 2. And it can be written like this way, v1 minus v2. First object velocity minus of second object velocity. We can prove this one in this class. We can prove V12 that is equal to V2 minus V1 and V12 is equal to V1 minus V2. Okay, so this is the case when the two object is moving along the same direction. But when the object is moving along the opposite direction, then what will be the formula? Suppose this object 2 is moving along this direction with velocity v2, but is moving along this direction. So in that case, the value, this one will be, you just see v1 minus, and in the place of v2 you can write minus of v2. Why minus? Because its direction is changes. Okay, so this answer will be v1 plus v2, and this is the condition when the two object is moving opposite to each other. Okay, now we will prove this part, that is relative velocity of v21, v2 minus v1, and v12 that is v1 minus v2. Okay, write it down, the expression of relative velocity. Now we will derive the expression of relative velocity. Expression of relative velocity. Suppose these are object 1 and object 2 moving in the same direction with velocity v1 and v2, and suppose the initial position of object 1 is named as this one, x10. Initial position of object 1 is named as x within bracket 0. That means this is the initial position at time t equal to 0. Position depends upon time. Okay, and the initial position of object 2 is named as x20. Now with the change of time, with the passage of time, the object is moving with velocity v1 and v2. So after time t, the position of object, the position of first object is named as, suppose, x1 t, and the position of second object is named as x2 t. Now we will represent x1 t and x2 t with the help of an equation. How? You know the general formula of velocity. Velocity, that means displacement by time, and displacement means final position minus initial position. So in the same way we can write, okay, so write it, this is our position of first object and second object at time t equal to 0, that is x10 and x20, and at time t the position of object 1 and object 2, that is x1t and x2t. Okay, now we will represent x1t. x1t, that is equal to x10 plus of v1t. How? You just see v1, that means the position of this is v1, that means the velocity of object 1. So there will be a position change of object 1, and the position and change of object 1, that is x1t minus x10. This is the position change of object 1, and there is time t. So x1t minus x10, that is equal to v1t. So from here you can write x1t, that is equal to x10 plus v1t. Okay, x1t is equal to x10 plus v1t. Similarly, for second body, second object, we can write x2t, that is equal to x20 plus v2t. You just name it equation 1, and this is our equation 2. Now you just subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So this can be written as x2t minus of x1t, that is equal to here x20 minus of x10, and plus this one v2t minus of v1t. You just subtract equation 1 from equation 2. Okay, so this one will be our equation. Now simplify. So x2t, when this one will be that side, so this one will be minus x20. Okay, now minus x1t, when this one will be that side, this one will be plus, and there is a common minus, so this one will be minus x10, minus minus plus, okay, and you take a common here t, so t common, so this one will be v2 minus v1. Now question is, what is the meaning of this one? x2t minus x20. This is our position of second object at time t equal to 0, and this is our position of second object at time t. So this is the displacement of object 2 in time t. Write it down. Displacement of object 2 in time t. And similarly, x1t minus x10 is the displacement of object 1 in time t. Write it. Displacement of object 1 in time t, that is equal to here v2 minus v1 into t. Write it down. v2 minus v1 into t. Now you just see, this is our displacement of object 2, this is our displacement of object 1. So the displacement of object 2 in time t minus of displacement of object 1 in time t is named as relative displacement. Relative displacement of object 2 with respect to object 1 and in time t. Okay, write it down. So these are named as relative displacement of object 2 with respect to object 1, that is equal to, you just see, there is v2 minus v1 into t, and these are in time t. Now in right hand side there is t, so when this t will be that side, this one will be divided by time, and this one will be v2 minus v1. Displacement by time is known as velocity. Relative displacement by time is known as relative velocity, and this is our relative displacement of object 2 with respect to object 1 by time. So this is named as relative velocity of object 2 with respect to object 1. Write it down. So this one is named as relative velocity of object 2 with respect to object 1. Okay, this one, and the answer is v2 minus v1. v2 minus v1. So in vector form you can write this one v21, that is equal to v2 vector minus of v1 vector. So similarly we can write the relative velocity of object 1 with respect to 2, that is v12 is equal to v1 minus of v2. Okay, so this is our expression of relative velocity. This is our relative velocity of 2 with respect to 1, this is our relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2, and this is the condition when two object is moving along the same direction. But when the object moving along the opposite direction, suppose your second object is moving along the opposite direction, so here you have to write v2 is negative. So when v2 is negative, so this one will be v1 plus v2. Okay, and this one also will be minus v1 minus v2 minus of v1. Okay, in this way you can write down the expression of relative velocity. Now students, here we will draw a graph, a position time graph in terms of relative velocity. Draw it, 3 cases. Okay, suppose first case, our first case, that is case 1, when, write it down, when two objects moving moving along the same direction, with same velocity, then you have to draw the nature of position time graph. Suppose here object 1 and object 2 is moving with velocity, suppose v1 and v2 velocity, that is 5 meter per second, same velocity, and both are moving along the same direction. So what will be the nature of position time graph? Draw it. This is our position, this is a time, this time axis measure in second, this is a position axis measure in meter. So when two objects are in the same velocity, that means they're changing their position, they're changing their equal position in equal interval of time. So always there is a equal interval, there is a equal gap of its displacement. So we can write, suppose this is a graph for object 1, this is our position of x10 for initial position, and this is our object 2. This is the nature of position time graph for object 1, and this is the nature of position time graph for object 2. These are x20. So this interval is always remain same. Why? Because both the objects are moving with the same velocity. Here v1 also meter per second 5 and v2 also 5 meter per second. Okay, now you can prove it with the help of this equation also. We already established that this one x2t minus x20, this one minus of x1t minus x10, that is equal to v2 minus v1 into t. Now you see, according to our case, v1 is equal to v2. So when v1 is equal to v2, this one will be 0 into t. So this result will be 0. So you can say this one x2t minus x20, that is exactly equal to x1t minus x10. There is the displacement of object 2 in time t exactly equal to the displacement of object 1 in time t. Okay, so this is our case number 1. Now case number 2, write it down. Case number 2. So our second case, case 2. Suppose v2 greater than v1. So always v2 minus v1 will be positive. So you have to draw position time graph here. That means your second body is always moving larger velocity with respect to first object. So what will be the nature of position time graph? This is our position, this is our time axis, and you know the basic concept about drawing a graph. The fundamental coordinate will be x-axis, the fundamental quantity will be x-axis and dependent quantity will be y-axis. This is our meter. So here you just see, this is our graph for object 1, and for object 2 graph will be like this way. Always the displacement will be increasing order. Why? This is our x20, because v2 is greater than v1. So initially this interval is less, but with the passage of time, as v2 is greater than v1, our second object is moving more faster than the first object. So we can say with the passage of time this interval is always increasing. So this is our graph, position time graph for second case, that is when v2 is greater than v1. Suppose our two object 1, v1 is 5 meter per second and v2 that is equal to 10 meter per second. Now you just imagine what will be the nature. Initially the gap, this is a position interval, but the second object is moving more faster with respect to first object, so the position between two objects with the passage of time will be increasing with the passage of time. So this is our nature. Okay, now case number 3. For case number 3, that is exactly opposite to case number 2. Case number 3, that is when V1 greater than V2. That means V2 minus V1, this value will be negative. You just imagine initially, okay, this is our time axis in second, this is our position axis in meter, and the nature will be like this way. Sorry, like this way. This is one x1 0, this is x2 0. So initially this interval is high, and with the passage of time this interval is decreases. Why? Because V1, the velocity of first object, is more than the velocity of second object. So obviously the separation, the position interval between two objects with the passage of time is decreases, and there is a time when the position of two objects intersect. So this is a meeting point, and after that the first object, our first object will moving faster. So this is our nature of first object, and this is our nature of our second object. That means here x2 minus x1, this interval is positive, but here x2 minus x1, this interval is negative, because here these are the position of x1, this is our graph for first object, and this is our graph for second object. Okay, so after meeting point, the nature of x2 minus x1 is negative, and then before the meeting point the nature of x2 minus x1 is positive. So this is our position time graph for third case. Now with the help of velocity time equation, we will solve some basic numericals related to this topic. Okay, so this is our problem, students. You just see problem 1, write down first. There are 2 examples. Problem 1, given 2 parallel railway tracks run north-south. A train A moves north with a speed of 54 km per hour. So first of all, write down the velocity of train A. So velocity of train A, VA, that is equal to 54 km per hour. So you just convert it with meter per second. So 54 into 1000, so this one will be meter, divided by 3600. So this answer will be 0, 0 cancel out, this one will be 5, this one will be 18, 18 3 is a 54, so 3 into 5, so this answer will be 15 meter per second. And the train B moves south, but that is the opposite direction of train A with the speed of 90 km per hour. So write it down, VB, that is 90 km per hour. So this one will be 90 into 1000 divided by 3600, 00 cancel out, this one is 5, this one is 18, 18 5s are 90, so 5 5s are 25. Okay, but here answer, you just think this one, this answer will be negative. Why? Because here train B is exactly opposite direction of train A. Okay, when train A and train B along the same direction, in that case we can write this one is plus 25, mind it. Now here you have to find out what is the relative velocity of B with respect to A. So how to represent it? Relative velocity of B, that is VB, with respect to A, that is VBA. And you know the formula of VBA. Okay, you can take a vector quantity VBA, that means VB minus of VA, right? Now you just put in the value here. VB, that means minus 25, minus VA, the value that is given minus 15. So this answer will be minus 40 meter per second. Now second one, very simple. The relative velocity of ground with respect to V. So represent it. Relative velocity of ground with respect to V. Suppose ground is represented by symbol capital G. So how to represent this one? Relative velocity of ground, that is Vg, minus of relative velocity of B, that is Vb. Now you just think, what is the relative velocity of ground? Sorry, velocity of ground. The velocity of ground is taken as 0. So you just write this one is 0 minus the velocity of B, that is minus 25, minus 25. So this answer will be plus 25 meter per second. Now very interesting part in 3, read it. A monkey, the velocity of monkey running on the roof on train A against its motion. You just think the capacity, the power of monkey is moving against the motion of train A, and with the velocity of 18 km per hour with respect to train A. So what is the expression of this one? This one is the velocity of monkey? No, this is the velocity of 18 km per hour with respect to train A. So according to our problem, this VMA is represented as minus 18. You just think this is the velocity of monkey. So Vm with respect to 10A, that is VMA. And why negative? Because it is directed, it's against its motion, that is opposite direction of train A. That's why here negative. So this one is kilometer per hour. So this one will be minus 18 into 5 by 18, that is 5 meter per second. Okay. Now here you have to find out the velocity of monkey. That is, you have to find out Vm. Okay, write it. So VMA, that is equal to, you can write Vm minus Va. Now VMA, that's value is minus 5. Write it, minus 5. That is Vm. You have to find out Vm. And Va, you know the value, this one 15. So this answer will be Vm equal to, from here you can write Vm is equal to this minus 15 will be that side, that is minus 5 plus 15. So this answer will be 10 meter per second. Okay, you can take a screenshot here. So this is our problem number 1. You have to think that the basic concept, relative velocity of B with respect to A, that means Vb BA, and you know the formula Vb minus Va, and you have to think the direction. When opposite direction, you have to take a negative sign. When the same direction, that is positive. Okay, now our problem 2, and a very interesting problem. Two trains A and B, each of length 100 meter, length equal, are running on a parallel track. On overtaking the other in 20 seconds. Both the train overtake the others in 20 seconds and crosses the other in 10 seconds. Now you have to find out the velocities of each train. Here you have to think an important part, this one, what is the meaning of overtaking and what is the meaning of crossing. You just see, this is our train A, this is our train A, and this is our train B. This is our direction. Both the train moving along the same parallel track and along the same direction. In that case, when train, suppose you just see this one, when this train is overtaking this train, that means it's named as overtaking. That is, when overtaking condition, both the train are moving same direction. But crossing, that means this one, when this train is moving in the direction and this one is opposite to each other, this is named as crossing. So the actual meaning, the logic is for second problem is that overtaking, that means when both are moving same direction, and crossing, that means when both are moving opposite to each other. Okay, now solve it. So according to our second problem, you consider the velocity of train A. Problem 2, velocity of train A, VA, and velocity of train B is represented as VB. Okay, you write it in magnitude form, VA and VB. Now, for overtracking condition, the relative velocity of train A with respect to train B, what will be the formula? VAB. You know the formula? VA minus VB. Why minus? For overtracking, that means this is our train A, this is our train B. Both are moving in the same direction, and when they are same direction, the relative velocity, that is VA minus VB. And in the same way, the relative velocity of train A with respect to train B in crossing condition. You know the meaning of crossing. That means when train A and train B is just opposite direction. Okay, so here VAB is represented as VA minus of, you just think for opposite direction, VB can be taken as negative because the direction is opposite. So in the place of VB you have to write minus of VB. So this one will be VA plus VB. Now for both cases, the distance covered, that is 100 plus 100, because both the train has same length. So total distance travel, that is 100 plus 100, so we can say that is 200 meter. Now for overtracking condition, time takes 20 seconds. Okay, so you know the basic formula, this one, write it. Velocity, that is displacement by time. So from here, time equal to distance by velocity. So for first case, for overtracking, time, and this one according to this formula, time equal to distance by velocity. So time 20, distance, that is 200, and velocity, this one, overtracking velocity, VA minus VB. So from here you can say 0 0 cancel out, this one is 10. So from here you can say VA minus VB, that is equal to 10. And for crossing condition, time takes 10 seconds. For crossing, time 10, that is equal to distance travel same, that is 200, but for crossing velocity VA plus VB, 0 0 cancel out. So from here you can say VA plus VB, that is equal to 20. Now plus VA minus V cancel out, VA, that is 2 into VA, that is equal to 20 plus 10, that is 30. So that is VA is equal to 15 meter per second. And you know the formula, VA plus VB 20, VA 15, so obviously VB will be 5 meter per second. Okay, so this is our examples, and in this way you can solve these types of problem. Now you go back to your exercise book, you go to your NCERT book, you just see there are several types of problem, you solve it, and if there is any problem, let me know through this comment section. Today I am ending here. Meet you soon in next class. Till then, bye bye.